no state, when they blew up the people in the IDP camp in Ran, right? This was a popular spot that they knew the victims of Boko Haram who ran away from the Boko Haram terrorism, who ended up in this camp. It was popular. People knew, government officials, CSOs, right? All the civil society organizations. People go there, local and international, to give support to these survivors. Then from the blues, when Buhari became the president, Babashir Lawal became the secretary to the government of the federation. An operation was kind of like authorized to go and bomb the place. Not once, not twice, 3 solid times that they killed more than 500 people in that place. These were people who escaped from the bombs, guns, and all of that, the bullets of the terrorists before APC took power. Okay? And that story, well, you all heard, is part of the briefcase achievement of Babashir Lawal, wherever you see him. So it's not the first time they are carrying out wrong strike. There was also an attack on a wedding. I can't remember the place precisely. This one it happened not long ago as well. Nigerian Air Force. They bombed people who were at weddings, right? In that same northern Nigeria. It was a mistake. And there was never probe, there was never investigation, there was nothing. Just like that. You read it in the news, and then you wait for the next victims. Who's going to kill them? The terrorists, the bandits, what do you call them? The government, and all of that is just so easy to snuff life out of. And the real terrorist, which Sheikh Osama bin Gumi is so very much familiar with, their terrains, their locations, and the rest of that, they are not secrets, according to Gumi. But there was never a time that they mistakenly bombed the camps of these terrorists. It's so mad, it's crazy, right? But yeah, they haven't made any official statement after all, okay? But this is already public, just so you know. And yeah, the next story is similar to this last one, but a little bit different. In Yagba West local government area, right? Here, some, what do you call, I want you to listen.
So, Ibon Tedo Sikei, Tedo Sibi, and how many hours? Hour melos are on the beach. So, irin bí ìsígboro ó fẹ́ tó wákàtí mẹ́rin ètò ẹ̀rìn ọgbọ́n ẹ̀rìn rè tọ̀ so àmọ́ bó ṣe wo ìjàn tó ọ̀nà ìmọ̀ ìbáde bí and àrílọ ìbá ìpè Nasarawa ohun ká ìrà ẹ̀ so rí pé àdúgbò ní Fulani náà ìgbé gangan kẹ́yìn so ọ̀ní gbogbo rẹ̀ lè bí àtàgùtàn àti gbogbo rẹ̀ àwàyè so irú kan ìlọ ìbọn lè kọ́ ìbọn lè so báyìí pé Nasarawa mọ́rẹ̀ yìí àti dé takọ̀kọ̀ so bọ̀ tí kejì kẹ́yìn so àsáfẹ́ wíkàn ra bọ́ọ̀lì gbòòrò àfẹ́bọ́n fọ́ràn number 1 akẹgbà kìí ìrìnàjò orúkọ Nasarawa akẹgbà ẹbí wọn bá ní àmórúkọ rẹ̀ àǹtẹ́bìdó àbá ògbé pẹ̀lú ra sí wàhálà àmọ́ amòfìndè gbogbo ọ̀jì nígbé ọ̀sẹ̀ kìíní kankan sí ara Nasarawa rún pẹ̀pẹ̀ ìwú kan ṣé rí lọ mọ̀ pé Nasarawa rí kan yìí wọn kẹ́yìn so Nasarawa ràn ìwúrẹ́ yìí àrí wọn lọ gbogbo wọn ṣe kúrọ̀ abàtẹ́dò síbí àjọpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀nà ìpè Joseph Kìlá òun rò mọ́ gbogbo bí o ẹ sì bẹ mọ́ lè bí òun rò tọ́ aṣọgbọ̀n aṣọ ń tẹ̀lé a àsánkò alùpùpù mọ́kànlá tó wọ́n ra kó wá àbájá mọ bí gbogbo obìnrin ṣe rí ó ṣe pàtàkì kí àti kàrà lé ká mọ́ jẹ́ ìlú sí asáwì àǹtígbà ẹ sì ràn gbà o àbàsán ìfẹ́ jẹ̀sí àjẹ̀sí àmọ́ sáà ti rí lọ náà rí Nasarawa káìlá yẹn lórí ilẹ̀ Ejiba kan Nasarawa káìlá yẹn.
Those of you Yorubas, like you could easily understand everything he was saying, I believe, because I kind of understood everything he said. Yeah, those are our own brothers on the Kogi side, Ejiba, Yagba West, local government area of Kogi State. Somebody who is from Ejiba, on Ejiba land, inside deep in the jungle. That is where you have that massive, rickety kind of settlement of the Fulanis. They, who are the owners of the entire area and the lands, they are not aware, or maybe not all of them were aware. So the place has been named Nasarawa, occupied fully by the Fulani. You see that settlement, right? Just give it maybe another 10 years. Right, you begin to see proper settlement. They were their Seriki and the rest. If people come around that time and say, we never actually sold this land to you, we never sold this place for you, right? So how come you have actually dominated the whole place? They would say, look at the population. So with the population they have here, Baba, now war go lead to. So they will now say, oh, the people are fighting over land. It's just a land dispute. For peace to reign, let us arrange some arrangements between these people and these settlers. And you have thousands of these kind of settlements all over the place. So the person, the narrator, the voice behind that video, right, was saying they had no problems living with anybody peacefully. But now that they have decided to start kidnapping them, attacking their settlement, and the rest of that, so that is the reason why they wouldn't want to coexist with them, not this way. And discovering that place is pretty much like like a huge eye-opener for a lot of them. Yeah, whatever happened afterward was not covered. The state of Nigeria. The former Attorney General of Nigeria, Abubakar Malami, I'll keep reminding you, the guy that sold the fake intel to Kenya about Nnamdi Kanu, and just to get him abducted, like to be kidnapped and to be brought to Nigeria. Malami is a career criminal. He's had all of this protection, which according to people now, with all the characters, the thieves that have been discovered around the Bokwari, right? Obviously shown that Bokwari and his gang, they were more interested about loyalty than accountability. Before Bokwari took power, Nigeria was in the process of receiving the recovered loot of the late dictator, Sani Abacha. Everything was done, but the guy who was doing all of that lost election, Jonathan. And the new guys who took over, rather than for them to just finalize the whole thing and get their money and then use the money for what they claimed they would use the money for. No, they didn't do that. They started creating different kind of loopholes, or no, they started plugging in different kind of straws to create conduits of how to kind of like strip so much from that money before the money will get to the last bit, which obviously will be stolen as well. Now, all of that is pretty much in the hands of those who are holding it. So 6 or 7 days ago, a week ago, EFCC invited Malami, Abubakar Malami, right, to their office to come and answer some questions because they found that some of the money stolen, allegedly stolen, were traced to over 46 bank accounts. Not just that, you, Mr. Malamu, you are also being investigated by the DSS and others for terrorism because some of these accounts have transacted again with known terror sponsors, which indirectly means you know them too. So there's this lined up allegation against, or accusation against him. Okay. So how much money did Malamu manage to scrap off from Abacha loot? What other money did Malamu possibly is guilty of stealing, right? Embezzling. In all of that, Malamu was given or granted bail. I don't know the condition of the bail, right? But he was granted bail. That bail was 6 days ago. But they said Malamu couldn't meet the bail conditions. So therefore, he remained in the EFCC detention. So right now, those who are working for him are now calling for your help or for your sympathy or empathy. Because according to them, Malamu said the current EFCC chairman, Olukayode also, Pastor Olukayode, is that his name again? Yeah, something Kayode. Now he's a pastor, RCCG pastor as well, okay? So Pastor Kayode, the EFCC chairman, Malamu is accusing him of having something against him when he, Malamu, was the attorney general, the minister of injustice in Nigeria. Do you get me now? So he believes that the EFCC chairman is deliberately want to punish him by using his office to lock him up. So he's now demanding for your help to call on Tinubu to remove the EFCC chairman because they intentionally want to keep him in detention. Man, this life, you know, Malamu had to broadcast in Hausa to their Hausa speaking audience in northern Nigeria that he had orchestrated the kidnapping, the abduction of somebody who is demanding for a referendum for the people of the eastern part of Nigeria who are not speaking Hausa or anything to do with Hausa, but he had to broadcast the abduction as the Minister of Injustice to the Hausa speakers. He was so happy. It was like Nigeria just won a World Cup, like, you know, excited. Go and check the video. He looked so excited. He couldn't wait. Then he had to broadcast this to them in Hausa that he has kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. And they were all happy. And I was wondering, like, hey, why should any Hausa man, any northerner for that matter, be excited that Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped by government of Nigeria? Like, why? What would make you? I later realized, though, you get, because somehow, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was preaching this is Biafra and all of that, the first time before they kidnapped him, then they granted him bail. Yeah, their own bail. And their bail condition was that Nnamdi Kanu must never speak to the media and he must not do live broadcast anymore. Sure you get? But few months after that fake bail, which Nnamdi Kanu, according to them, started violating the same day. Like, you can't tell me what to do. So that went on until they decided to just go and kill him, like eliminate him. Nnamdi Kanu managed to escape from his assassins, those who were coming to kill him. And afterward, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided to actually spread this message of this Biafra in a different form to the rest of the country, that maybe if all of you actually understands what I am saying and you begin to reason with us, you will not be so hostile, so triggered, so aggressive every time they are talking about Biafra. No, you don't have to be so defensive. You don't have to be aggressive. If you understand, guess what? They launched Radio Biafra, Hausa, in northern Nigeria. I don't know if many of you will still remember though. And suddenly, some of these northerners started listening to Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, like listening to him. They started kind of on social media, they started kind of like asking questions that are beginning to be concerning. Like you can easily say, so you said you have started listening to that Nnamdi Kanu Abi. Around that time, it was like dead or alive. Dead or alive, we need to get this guy. Because we don't. If he managed to revolutionize the mind of these guys from northern Nigeria, I'm reminding you all of this because I know some of you probably don't even remember that it was after they kidnapped him. It was after they first kidnapped him and then they attempted to kill him and he disappeared for a while. That was when he kind of started talking to other people from other places and more or less like making them understand. And he himself was pretty much interested in listening. He met with Showore, met with all kind of a group of people, and he started speaking directly to all tribes or ethnic nationality in the country. I don't know if you remember that, but that's fine. So that was what made Malamu so happy to go back and just go and display it to them in northern Nigeria that if all of you think you can become radicalized because of listening to Nnamdi Kanu, now we have captured him. We have kidnapped him. The man who was feeling on top of the world, speaking Hausa, is now speaking through third party today. He is also in detention too. Yeah, he is in detention. And he's asking this one to be sacked. To be sacked. The one that once bragged that even if the last thing he's going to do was to send Yeye Bello to jail, he would do it. But this was last year. Today, Yeye Bello is a public campaigner for Tinubu 2027. And Olukayode is setting his word. That's what they do.
A sitting governor, because he knows he's going, move money directly from government to produce the change. Use it to pay the child school fee in advance. In advance. In dollars, yes. In dollars. $72,000 or thereabout. $720,000, sorry. $720,000 in advance. In anticipating that he was going to leave government house. In a poor state like Kogi, and you want me to close my eyes to that, under the guise of saying I'm being used. Used by who? At this stage of my life, used by who? By who? For crying out loud. I assumed office here. I didn't initiate the case. I inherited the case file. I called for the case file. I called for the report. And I said, look, there are issues here. Do you know on my own, on my honor, I put a call across to him, which ordinarily I'm not supposed to do, just to honor him as a governor, as a immediate past governor. Sir, there are issues. I've seen this case file. Can you just come? Let us clarify these issues. He said, sir, I thank you, my brother. I know, but I can't come. There's one lady, I don't know what her name is, that she learned she had set, she has surrounded the EFCC with over 100 journalists, to come and embarrass him and intimidate him and all kind of stuff. I said, okay, if that is your fear, I'm going to pass you through my own gate, special man's gate. You will come to my floor. We will accord you that respect. I will invite my operatives. They will come and interrogate you or interview you in my own office. What could be more honorable than that? In my own office. To allay the fear. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You know what he said? But can't they come to my village? That's what he told me. Can't they come to my village to come and say, I told you. He also he sent a message to him. My director of investigation sent a message to him. Some of the people that we thought are crusaders, they are on the payroll of the man. And that's the truth. We are investigating it. We are building a case against everyone involved. Whether you are a governor or not, we are building a case. Let the whole public hear. We are building a case against those who obstructed justice. You are sitting, you have immunity today, you won't have immunity forever. We are not stopping there. It's been watch listed all over the world. It can only run. They said there's no law in this country that we are following. Let's all of us declare that we are a state of barrier. Everybody go and do what they like. Like I said, I don't mind the outcome of this case, but the right thing must be done. If we don't see this case through, I won't have any moral right to accuse anybody of corruption in Nigeria. I will resign.
Today, we have the president who is courageous. Mr. President have a lion's heart, and nobody should dare him. We will not wait for God to send an angel with wings to fly into Nigeria to fix it. Should I tell you who the angel is? The angel is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Nuisance leleyi.